Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to this week's Whip, Spits and Chat. This is number 115, so come on, let's go and see what I got for you today. Right, as normal, we'll start with our little video roundup, and I say little because I'm sorry to say this week it really was. I so thought I had more recorded and that I'd set it going for you guys, and I clearly hadn't. So my brain wasn't in gear. I will explain why later on in the video, but at the moment we had the two videos that went up this week. So the first video up this week was the Stitch a Week, and it is week number 24, and it's the Buffalo Check / plaid stitch, because of course it's got two different names that I know of. You may know of it in another way, so if you do know, this stitch is called something else, pop it in the comment underneath that video and then I will add it to the title or the description box. But here we go. This is what this one looks like. It's made with 3 different coloured yarns. Now please remember, with these stitches, this is just me showing you how to do the stitch, so it gives you the opportunity to run off and make something of your very own just using these stitches. So it doesn't have to be used for the Stitch a Week. You could make a ginormous cushion out of them. Maybe just the one stitch, maybe multiple stitches, maybe a scarf. It doesn't matter. Whatever you make, if you've used the tutorial, make sure you send me a picture so I can show off your work. We've got some good ones coming up this week. The next video up was the book review, and it was Ruby and Custard's Crochet by Millie Masterton. Sorry about that, I couldn't get the word out. Okay, and that one had some really cute patterns in it, some really cheeky hats and other bits and pieces. So if you haven't had a chance to look at either of those videos, I will of course make sure that there is a link up here in that I button and just for you guys. Okay, on to the next thing. Right, so as I said, my head's not really been into YouTube making this week. That is because I'm helping one of my friends out at her shop. They've gone away on holiday. They really deserve it and they really needed it. So they've gone away for a short week, and I'd said to them, oh, I can help you with a couple of hours a day. And of course they know about my issues with my shoulder and my leg and the fact I've got I'm suffering with long COVID. So they know that my energy levels aren't good. So it started off with, we'll just put you in for a couple of hours, see how you go. And I was like, yep, not a problem. But the first day I did, what was it? I helped out for about 4 hours. And the plan was that I would sit on a seat behind the till, just grinning at everybody, playing with the till and popping the money in and all the rest of that. But what happened was, first I sat down and I'm like, right, I know how to work this till. It's an older till. It's not got all singing with bells and whistles. I will be fine. Dub, 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 beep. The high-pitched beep. You've done something wrong. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, help. I hadn't had 2 cups of coffee, and by that point I'd done 1.5. So my other colleague came in, and then they've cleared off the thing, and he's gone, are you sure you want to do the till? Because I like working the till. I'm like, go on then, I'll be runner and stocker. So basically I run around the shop refilling anything that needs refilling and helping anybody. And so when I got home, of course I'd done 4 hours, and for me that was a big thing. I sat on the sofa and I just went into zombie mode. We are talking, don't ask me what I watched on the telly. I haven't got a clue. My husband came in about 4 o'clock and he said I was sitting there with my crochet hook and my yarn and a big fat smile going, I'm crocheting. And he said, what have you crocheted? And I lifted it up and I'd done a chain. And I'd been at it for 4 hours. I think it was only 20. It was only 20 stitches. It was just like, I can do that, but I don't know what I'm doing next. I don't know what I want to do. I just couldn't make my mind up. So Monday was a complete write-off when it came to crocheting. It was a nightmare. Then Tuesday when I got back, I felt a bit better than I had on the Monday. So much so I've actually managed to write up a pattern, and I'll show you the item shortly. I've made the pattern. I made the item, I should say, quite a while ago. It was just a case of typing up the pattern, so it was already there. So I've already got it written up. I've already checked it over. I literally just had to type it. So Tuesday I spent typing up that pattern, and it will be available soon. So I'll show you that in a second. I'll keep looking over in that direction because it's on the table and I keep meaning to pick it up, but it's in a bag. So I'll sort that in a second and show you. And then Wednesday I've popped in, and I couldn't believe how good I was moving, considering how I'm normally exhausted within about 20 minutes. I got home, I tried to do some housework. Yeah, I needed a chair just to do the washing up. I was like rocking. My balance was completely fried, but it was funny because my body just gave up when I got home, and then I had Thursday off. Yeah, my body had said, nah, enough's enough, here you go, have a migraine. And I'm like, no. So after downing a heck of a lot of fluid just on Thursday and having an early night, I went back in on Friday just for a few hours on Friday, and they sped through. We had a couple of other girls in the shop that I got to know who are absolutely lovely, and it was like, Ange, what's the price on this, girl? And it would be like, okay, I'm off, and I'd speed up one end of the shop, come back, tell them what it was, and actually remember the price. I was quite chuffed. So yeah, there was a bit of running, there was a lot of banter, and the people that we have that come into the shop are very regulars because they know the items that are in there. It is a magic shop. I love the shop. It's an Aladdin's cave. So that's what I call it. That's what I was grown up. It's an old style shop where everywhere you walk in and everywhere you look, there's something new that you wouldn't have seen the last time you came in. And there's layers upon layers of gorgeousness. There's little sections. So one section is handmade items by local people. They've got handmade art by local artists, sculptures, it's woodwork, you name it. It's just the perfect place to put your items, really, if you're able to sell them. And then of course they've got the stuff that you would purchase from the wholesalers, like the normal frames and the bits and pieces and cards and other bits. So the shop itself is amazing. I've worked there 4 days and I still don't know where half the stock is or half the prices yet, but it's brilliant because, as I said, every time you go you find something new. And at some point I will find something for my dad, who never wants anything for his birthday and has got everything, but I'm determined to find something for him this year because he's getting bored of crochet. Right, let me show you that item that I was talking about a few moments ago. Okay, so as I said, I've written up a pattern, and now this is it. It is the little cheeky monkey, and it is, what are they called? It's a little top that's got a couple of buttons down the side. So it means then if you're making it for a smaller child and they're in a car seat, say, you can unbutton it, pop the clip, the harness on them, and then have this sitting over the top so you can tuck it in. So it will keep them warm in the winter in the car. And it won't affect their car seat straps. So that is the little top. Okay, and it just goes, you undo the buttons and it just pops over their head. Okay, and then it comes with a matching hat. So yes, this is in very feminine colours, but of course, depending on the yarn that you choose, you could also do this really easily in more masculine colours. But of course, it's called the Cheeky Monkey because of the buttons I managed to find. I can't get my hands on them anymore, but I think I've got a few left. So that might be a case of I might use them to make another one. But yeah, that is the Cheeky Monkey set, and hopefully the pattern will be up on Ravelry sometime this coming week. So if you like the look of that, keep an eye out on the community tab where I will post it there, and I will also post new one coming out over on what are we called, Instagram, as well as on here. Right, let's reset my brain and I'll be back in a moment. Now for a really cool bit of news. Okay, so this coming Monday, I'm changing the day a little. The Stitch a Week will be getting released on Monday this week. Now there is a big fat reason for this. I've been chatting with our gorgeous Courtney at Fiberfox Studios, and I said to her, honey, the pattern that you've made, your cactus pattern number 45, and she's gone, yeah. I said, I would really love to feature it, but in a larger form. If I draw up a pattern for it, can you have a look and see if it's the same as yours or whatever? And she said, yep, go for it. So I sat there and I drew up the pattern and I sent it over to her, and she turned around and said, no, it's a standalone, girl, that's yours. You've just emphasised my idea and changed it, but it's changed enough so it's your pattern. And I'm like, oh, cripes, really? She's gone, yep. So the deal is that I'm popping a tutorial out for this pattern on Monday, okay, to coincide with our gorgeous Courtney at Fiberfox Studios Mosaic Mondays, so that way she can have her day off and not have to worry about popping out a tutorial this week, because I got it covered. Okay, so this one is of course my cactus, and the pattern is now available over on Ravelry. Within the pattern you just get the chart for this one here. Okay, but if of course you know a little bit about mosaic, or you read the instructions on the pattern, you'll be able to upsize it and make 4 in a row, so that you could in theory turn this into a scarf, a cushion cover, a bag, or anything you fancy. Okay, so this is my version, which is a lot larger than our gorgeous Courtney at Fiberfox Studios. Give me a sec. Right, so here is a size comparison. This is our gorgeous Courtney at Fiberfox Studios pattern. Okay, and that is hashtag number 45. There will be a link in the description box down below for it. And here is my one, super sized. Okay, so as you can see, it is a lot larger. Okay, so this is a standalone, of course it's a standalone tutorial this week as well as a Stitch a Week. So there it is. That's my cactus. I haven't quite sussed out what I'm calling it. Could it be cactus? More than likely. But there we go. So that is the video tutorial that is coming up this coming Monday for you. Oh, what on earth am I going to do for the rest of the videos for this coming week? I haven't got a Scooby. Right, so let me run through. These guys was the finished item. This one is your next item. And this one here is my bag of colours for the next blanket. Now, the next blanket tutorial that will be out on the channel will, of course, be a corner to corner, a C2C corner to corner. And here's a sneak peek. That's all you're getting. But yeah, it's going to be made with smaller squares, so it's not going to be like this. It's going to be smaller squares combined to make a different item. So it's, think cupcake blanket, and you'll sort of get the right idea as to what it's going to be with that square that I partly showed you. So yep, what else is there? What else is there? I don't think there's much else for me because, as I said, I've been a walking zombie outside of work time. It's a miracle my brain is still working now because I finished work about 2 hours ago and I sat on the sofa zombieing and then went, no, I've got to do this video for today. Right, so now it's my favourite time. It is time for your photos, and we have got some super cool ones coming up this week. So come on, let's go and have a look at them. Right, so the first one up is a Diddy baby blanket. So on one of my patterns. It is available over on the Ravelry shop, and it has been made by our Sabrina Melodure. Now she has become quite addicted to this because this isn't the first blanket. This is, I think, the third that she's done with this design. So come on, let's go and see what colour choices she has made this time round. Our next lot up are the Stitch a Week squares, and now these ones have come in from our gorgeous Sarah. Keep an eye on them captions. She had me cracking up in the comments this week. And our last one is from our cheeky Spring the Fibre enthusiast. Yes, I did it, I said it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but come and have a look at this one. Super cool. Yep, that's right, Spring beat you to it. She was the very first to complete her bucket hat, her Pride bucket hat. Now, this is my original Pride bucket hat done in the 6 different colours, which is the pattern that you get if you click on the link up here. It will take you over to the Ravelry where you can purchase that pattern. Also, a cheeky little side note, if you're in the UK and you're looking to purchase the yarn, use affiliated link down below for the secret yarn stash. Over there they have already got the kit available with all 6 colours for the hat, and then all you'll need to do is purchase a pattern off me Ravelry shop once your yarn arrives and you'll be good to go. Okay, it can also be done in the 3 colours like our cheeky Spring showed us, and of course I've done it in the 2, so that as long as it's multiples of, you will be fine. And as you can see, extras were added to the last hat to make it more bendy on the brim. So congratulations, darling. I think it looks absolutely wicked, totally and utterly. Right, I'm starting to go slightly bat crazy. Well, more than normal, so I'm going to head off now. I'm going to chill out on the sofa and take a breath and calm down, and maybe I might even manage to get on with some more crochet. We never know, it depends on what brain decides it wants to do. Right, so I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon, so if you can, please stay in, definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.